Now batteries can't replace diesel, but new technologies with ammonia are emerging, and big money is pouring into the startups at the helm. For over 100 years, General Motors, popularly known as GM in the US, has been at the forefront of the automotive revolution and has not slowed down. We have also made a number of personnel decisions. Some of these were tough calls, and I'm sure you can appreciate this. With another groundbreaking invention, GM unveils one of its most powerful engines ever. Even industry veterans are still in shock at the performance of this engine. What kind of engine is this that sends shockwaves through the automotive industry? That is what we want to find out in this video, so keep watching. Meet GM. General Motors is a massive car company. Currently, the automaker creates its vehicles under the GMC brand and also owns Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and Lotus. Despite not getting as much fanfare as other vehicle brands, it was the highest-selling brand overall in North America in 2022. General Motors has always put out decent vehicles either through its main brand or one of its subsidiaries, so it's not the biggest surprise to see them at the top of the list. Yes, you have to add all its sub-brands together, but the numbers are still there. Enjoying the content? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Join us for more insights and exciting news. Be part of the community today. To adjust to the market at the time, others, like all automakers, ended up being clunkers. One example is the Chevy Vega, a car with an all-aluminum engine that had so many faults that many of the issues were deemed unrepairable by General Motors. However, General Motors has also made some of the most bulletproof engines ever built. After all, you have to occasionally release something good if you want to last as long as General Motors has. In particular, its Chevy brand has a load of excellent engines, including some of the best diesel engines we've ever seen. One of their popular engines is the Chevy Small Block V8. The Chevy Small Block V8 is one of the most well-known engines in existence, and people still restore and use these engines today in classic cars. There are a metric ton of these, and we pulled a few out in the list above, but several others have stood the test of time. Chevy's been using some variant of the Small Block V8 for half a century at this point, and it has used it in a variety of vehicles. They're found in muscle cars, large SUVs like the Tahoe and Suburban, and even some of the company's trucks. This list is truly long. Suffice it to say, if Chevy wasn't good at building V8 engines, the company probably wouldn't exist today. As General Motors' most successful brand, it's almost common sense at this point. You've heard songs about cars with these engines from bands like the Ramones and Prince, while the Chevy that Don McLean drove down to the levee was probably powered by a Chevy Small Block V8. Iconic engines almost have to be reliable, otherwise, they wouldn't be iconic. But today I'm going to tell you about an engine that surpasses the iconic Chevy Small Block V8. Keep watching. Have you ever opened the hood of your car and wondered what was going on in there? A car engine can look like a big confusing jumble of metal tubes and wires to the uninitiated. What you see is the engine of the car. Engines make vehicles move, which is why they are often referred to as the heart of the car. Car engines convert energy locked in liquid fuel such as gasoline into heat and kinetic energy. They are full of pipes and cylinders because they function like miniature chemical plants. The main components of a car engine include the cylinder block pistons, crankshaft camshaft valves, spark plugs, and fuel injectors. Car engines come in various types, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. The most common types of car engines include internal combustion engines, which can be gas engines or diesel-electric engines and hybrid engines. For example, the easiest way to create motion from gasoline is to burn the gasoline inside an engine. Therefore, an internal combustion engine is one in which combustion occurs internally. Regarding car engines, performance and efficiency are two crucial factors. Horsepower and torque are two common metrics used to measure engine performance. Horsepower represents the engine's ability to do work over time, while torque measures the rotational force produced by the engine. Higher horsepower and torque values generally indicate better acceleration and towing capabilities. On the other hand, fuel efficiency measures how effectively an engine converts fuel into usable energy. It is typically expressed in miles per gallon or liters per 100 kilometers. A well-maintained engine ensures that fuel is burned efficiently, saving you money on gas and reducing harmful emissions. Among the factors influencing efficiency, such as car weight and aerodynamics, engine design plays a key role in fuel efficiency. Car enthusiasts are particularly concerned about their vehicle engines, expecting to extract as much performance and efficiency as possible. Hence, Chevrolet, an American division of General Motors, caters to this crowd with a separate line of powerful engines. This brand has been producing high-quality engines for reasonable prices since its beginnings while competing with Ford and Chrysler throughout history. Chevrolet designed some truly admirable powertrains, which is a trend that has continued to this day. Chevrolet started in 1911 before it was acquired by GM in 1918. Chevrolet's founding principle was to create vehicles that were accessible, yet did not compromise on quality. This idea was revolutionary in an era where automobiles were primarily a luxury for the wealthy. Chevrolet has consistently pushed the boundaries of technology. The Powerglide in 1950 was a pioneering move, introducing a fully automatic transmission to the low-priced market. The 1955 introduction of Chevrolet's first V8 engine marked another technological leap. In fact, the Chevrolet Carryall Suburban, introduced in 1935, was among the world's first SUVs. If you go to Chevrolet these days looking for an engine to put in your car, you'll have more than a few options on the table, including the LT, LS, EOD, small block, big block, and circle track. Though they designed and developed powerful engines in the past, none comes close to the monster known as the ZZ632 1000ths Big Block V8. So what is this engine like? Let's find out. The ZZ632 1000ths Big Block V8, with a massive displacement of 632 cubic inches, stands as the largest and most powerful crate engine ever built by Chevrolet Performance. This enormous displacement translates to an astounding 10.35 liters, placing it in a league of its own when it comes to naturally aspirated engine performance. Such a large engine is not only a marvel of engineering but also a testament to Chevrolet's unwavering commitment to high-performance innovation. To accommodate the immense displacement of the ZZ632, Chevrolet engineers meticulously machined the castings of the engine, pushing the boundaries of what was previously possible with traditional big block designs. The ZZ632 is based on the same iron block architecture used in the already legendary 572 cubic inch ZZ572 V8 crate engine, which has earned a reputation for its brute strength and reliability in high-performance builds. However, the ZZ632 takes everything a step further. In order to achieve this unprecedented displacement, the engine's bore was widened by 0.04 inches, a subtle but important change that contributes to the overall increased volume. However, the most significant jump in displacement is credited to a longer stroke. Specifically, the ZZ632 features a stroke that is 0.375 inches longer than that of the ZZ572, which is a substantial modification in the world of engine dynamics. A longer stroke typically translates to increased torque output, especially at lower RPMs, and enhances the engine's ability to produce more power throughout its operating range. To make room for this extended stroke, Chevrolet had to implement several internal modifications, most notably to the engine block and the connecting rods. These alterations were essential to ensure that the increased movement of the pistons did not compromise the engine's structural integrity or performance. Every component in the engine had to be carefully evaluated and reinforced to handle the additional mechanical stress associated with the longer stroke and larger displacement. The ZZ632 is not merely a larger engine. It is the pinnacle of Chevrolet Performance's crate engine lineup, designed for serious enthusiasts, drag racers and builders who demand the absolute most from their machines. It represents a bold engineering leap forward, combining traditional American muscle car heritage with cutting-edge technology and manufacturing precision. This engine is truly a monster, both on the streets and the racetrack, delivering an immense amount of raw, unfiltered power that commands attention wherever it goes. In a time when the automotive world is increasingly shifting toward electric vehicles and the widespread use of smaller, turbocharged engines designed to meet strict emissions regulations, the ZZ632 stands as a bold reminder that there is still an enduring passion and undeniable demand for massive, naturally aspirated V8 engines. These engines possess a unique character and visceral appeal that simply cannot be replicated by electric motors or turbochargers. When this V8 roars to life, it produces a deep, thunderous exhaust note that reverberates through the air with an unmistakable presence, captivating enthusiasts and onlookers alike. It's not just about raw power. It's about the soul and heritage of American muscle. a connection to decades of performance tradition that continues to inspire car builders and racers. The ZZ632 proves that even in an era where technology is rapidly evolving, the thrill of a massive V8, with its instant throttle response and mechanical symphony, remains irreplaceable. It's a powerhouse that commands respect and excitement, delivering a driving experience that is as exhilarating as it is timeless.